Into the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Right to the air is Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Carr now on 1st down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Jacobs is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw his Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Broncos at 1-8 now on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently ask for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Johnson on the return. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. 23
yards, the final tally.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 46 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 41, Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Broncos 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Wilson to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
On the return, Johnson. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On 1st down, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Bilal Nichols in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them. I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing again on second down. Carr looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run the end around here with Judy.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now it's Wilson.
He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. A give to Williams, running right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give to Edmonds. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead. It's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime. than sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. On play action, now Carr. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. That one doesn't find its target. But all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
They'll try and run with a fullback Johnson. That he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And it's complete to Adams.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as his guys are able to extend their lead. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Johnson to return it.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Williams again pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now a give up the middle. This is White
down to about the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 39. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Once again, it's Jacobs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. There's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go with White on the counter. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Denver, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And they'll be on the road next week.